Hello, and I want to welcome you to Business Ethics at Front Range Community College online for the spring semester of 2017. So, since I haven't had that opportunity to talk to any of you yet, I want to wish you all a Happy New Year, and I hope that this is a great year for you, both educationally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, in every element that you choose to function in. So, welcome to the class. My name is Craig. I'm going to be the instructor for this class. And I've taught this class now for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And I'm not only a philosophy teacher, but I also have an MBA. And so that does become beneficial in our discussions from time to time. And so I look forward to this class and spending the next 15 weeks together, 16 if you count spring break. So we're going to have some time together. The class began on Tuesday, January the 17th at 12:01 a.m. and will conclude on Sunday, May the 7th at 11:59 p.m. And I will make sure that you're very well informed as to what's going on and how you should function in this class and what it takes for you to succeed. My job here is to make you a successful student as well as to teach you business ethics. And I plan to do that in discipline, in time management, in writing, in critical thinking, and in any way that I can. The other thing you need to remember is that this class is a class where learning is just as important to me. So if I don't learn from a class, I haven't really done my job as a teacher of that class. So I will challenge you with questions. I'll challenge you with thoughts and ideas. I'll play the devil's advocate. I'll take a controversial side. Those are things that are necessary for us to learn because it helps us view all of the parameters of our discussion and dialogue through a different lens. So this is an overview, and as you can see, this is the home page for this class. And let me see, I'll scroll down here. Little note, I do want to make this is very important. If you did not make your payment or work out a monthly payment plan with financial aid, if your semester is not paid for or arranged for payment, you will be dropped on January the 31st and will not be able to add this class added back into this class once you're dropped. So make sure that you understand that. Also, you can watch this video, you can read everything on this website or on this D2L shell. But if you do not participate in an assignment before 6 o'clock on Monday, January the 23rd, you will be dropped as a no-show. So you need to at least make sure you're involved in the 2 discussions that are required for this week. So it's very, very important that you get in and understand what's going on, and that's what this video is also to help you do. Make sure that you understand what's going on. If you have any issues regarding to Title IX, which is issues regarding to things such as sexual harassment, discrimination of sorts, these are the numbers that you're to call. Paul Meese is the director of HR or the coordinator of this and the director of HR for the entire Front Range Community College system, okay, which is Larimer, Longmont, Westminster, and Brighton. Brighton students would call the Westminster campus, but here's the campus numbers to get a hold of the coordinator at those specific campuses. Once again, Paul Meese is the director of HR, and if you need to, this is the person who, quote unquote, knows everything. So thank you, Paul, for knowing everything. So my name's Craig, once again. I'm going to take you up here to our menu, and I'm going to click on content so that you can go to content. I'm going to click on content. It should go to content. There we go. All right. So in the content, I want to start with getting started. So getting started here, you're going to read documents necessary. I want you to go in and do some things. So let's look at the documents that are necessary. First of all, this is an important read, not a long read, but important, especially if you've never taken an online class before. This is the syllabus. I recommend you read it carefully before you start doing anything on the site, even though I'll talk a lot about it in the next few minutes. On here is a schedule. I would print this out, post it on your bulletin board, make it the screen page, the home page of your phone and your computer, whatever you need to do to make sure that it's foremost in front of your eyes. It will tell you what we're doing each week, what chapter we're on, whether a reading journal is due or not, whether you're going to have a quiz, whether an assignment's due. All the information is on this online schedule. It's on a one-page sheet, a lot of information on a sheet, but it will keep you on task. I'll come back to this in just a few minutes, and we'll talk about how we're going to do discussions in this class, which may be different or quite different from some of the other classes that you've taken online if you've taken an online paper. Also on here, this is just here because if you don't know where else to find it, you can come back. This is due in April. This is just a document with maybe 10 or 12 good philosophy sources that come from the web that could be used. These are just other things for your information. So I want to make sure that you know that they're there. I'm not going to go through all this. I don't have time to do that, but it'll give you an idea of what you need to do to get started. Then you can click on our weekly topics and click on week 1. On week 1, it gives you a picture. That picture is to help you identify what week it is, and I'll try to put those in the news announcements. So on the home page, when you come in on week 2, I'll have a different picture here. This is just a welcome one, but I'll put in a picture, and that picture will coincide with your contents page. For like week 2, I'll put the picture of the gun that will shoot you. So we'll talk about that in a little more detail when we get to week 2, but at least now it piqued your interest. So on here, it gives a little bit about what we're going to do this week. Sometimes I put in a note, sometimes I don't. Sometimes the book is very good about giving you all that information. So these are introductory comments that I put in the week. I encourage you to do that. Look at the reading assignment, which is also on the online schedule. And then here are your 2 discussion threads that are due this week. Now, because it is week 1, your first post is not required until Thursday at 11:59 p.m. And in both of these are both graded. Okay, this one will actually be open throughout the semester. So if you're trying to remember, who Sally was or who John was, you can go back to here and click on theirs and read their bio again. And if we go here, and I'll show you in a minute, my bio is already listed. Okay, so in here, you're going to read this, you're going to answer some questions, and if you click on this link, it will take you to the actual discussion thread. So in our discussion threads, other than the bio, you cannot respond to another student's questions, or you will not see any other student's answers till after you started yours. So you're going to click on Start a Thread, and from Start a Thread, you're then going to go into that discussion and post your answer. Do not post a document. Type your answer in the box provided. If you like to type your answers on a Word doc, that's fine. Make sure you copy and paste the Word doc, the content of the Word doc into the comment box. Do not attach unless you're attaching, a picture that relates to what you're doing. You may insert any type of video clip as long as it's acceptable, and we all know what that means. You can do that to give additional information to what you're trying to provide, or provide some type of comic relief. Every now and then somebody will put in a comic. Just make sure that it's appropriate for the week's discussion, and make sure it stays on task. We can put in funny things, but they have to stay on task with what's in that discussion. So if we go back here, I want to click back here on this and open this up for week 1. Excuse me. I want to go to biographies for week 1. I apologize. And as you can see in here, I've already posted my response. So you'll see that my name is Craig. I've been married 37 years. I've done this. I've done that. I'll let you read all of this. And then you get down to the 2 most adorable people in the world. My grandson, whose name is Craig, but he goes by CJ. He was 5 years, 4 months in this picture. And my granddaughter, McKenna, who is 4 months old in this picture, which was taken just a couple of days before Christmas. And they're the most adorable 2 wonderful people in my life. Well, my wife's very important as well. But, I've had her around for 37 years, and they've only been around for a little while, so they're getting a little more attention. So, and here's my post, and what you could do is you could say, I want to reply to Craig's post. And so you click it, you reply to the post, and we began having a conversation, and you do that with other students. Okay, so just to kind of give you an idea of how that works. So going back to the content page, I want to go to Getting Started, and I want to pull up our discussions. Okay, so online discussions are very, very important. Online discussions are like having a dialogue in a classroom. I'm not a lecturer. I'm not a lecturer in the classroom. I'm not a lecturer online. I'm a facilitator. We're here to facilitate wisdom and knowledge and learning and all those kinds of things. So other than week one, the discussion will open on Monday at 12:01 a.m. and close at 6 p.m. on Friday. So there's no discussions on Saturday and Sunday. Keep that in mind. However, for week one, this discussion will run through Saturday night, not Friday night. Okay? So on week one, your first post is due by Wednesday most of the time. On week one, it's due by Thursday. On week 2 through 15, it is due by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Okay? So keep that idea in mind. Okay, now you can post before Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Because the thread opens at 12:01 on Monday, but once again, you need to post. The other thing you need to make sure is you understand that you must post 4 times. So the initial post that you're going to post in answer to my question, and then the second one will be third and fourth post or more. You can post as many times as you like, and I have students that will post to 10 or 15 times a week. You may post, but to receive full points, you must post a minimum of 4 posts in each thread, and there's more than one thread. So each week, it's 4 posts for week one, 4 posts in biographies and 4 posts in gray matter. Okay, so keep that in mind. Secondly, you must post on at least 3 different days. So if you're going to post on Wednesday before 11:59 p.m., you still got to post on Thursday and Friday to get your 3 days in. So you need 3 days, complete 3 days. There's a camera somewhere. There it is. 3 days you have to post. Keep that in mind. If you want full points, you must post on 3 different days and a minimum of 4 times. I challenge people to begin posting by no later than Tuesday. Okay, it won't get you extra points, but it gets you involved in a dialogue that transpires over a period of time, and not everybody just posting on one day and you learn absolutely nothing as a result of that discussion. My discussions are designed for you to be involved. If you don't want to be involved in the discussion, then it's probably not the best class for you to be involved in or to be taking. So just keep that in mind. That is how the postings will work. Also, I challenge you, I will read every single post that is posted every week. I challenge you to do the same. And I also will grade you on the number of posts that you read. Now remember, it says right here, okay, where does it say? Right here. Somewhere. Once the discussion closes, you are still able to read the post, but will not be able to respond, okay? And I usually grade the post early on Monday morning, okay? Sometimes it'll make it to Tuesday, depending on what's happening, but for most of the weeks, I will grade probably before 6 o'clock on a Monday morning. So keep that in mind. So reading is important. So each post, each discussion, and there's 2 a week, most weeks, are worth 20 points. So there's 2 20-point discussions. Okay, I will make sure the grade book is up to date. You will see everything in the grade book, and you will know. Now I'm looking at this from the teacher's point of view, not from the student's point of view. So keep that in mind. So as you can see here, I will put your answers to your discussion threads every week in here. So we have discussion threads that I raise, and then we have a discussion thread called You Be the Prof. And in You Be the Prof, you get to pose the question to your classmates as to what you think is an important thing to discuss. Okay? So if you keep that in mind, this is the grade book. You'll see all of this. There's a reading journals that are due. All that information is available on the content page. So make sure you go through that. Read the syllabus carefully. If you have any questions, get a hold of me. My cell number is on the syllabus. You can text me as long as it's before 10 p.m. and after 5 a.m. Okay, other than that, you can text me at any time. If it's a question pertaining to a grade, I cannot answer it over text, and I'll say, please send me an email in your student account. If you have questions, get a hold of me. I'm here to communicate with you. I hope that you're here to communicate with me, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic semester. Have a great semester.